The world has truly come so far that everything entails spending tons of money just to keep going. I mean, think about it. Before, resources were obtained through manual labor while some were sold at low prices only. However, in today's generation, the prices in the market are skyrocketing and some people may even suffer through poverty due to lack of financial power. But not to worry, because in today's video, I'm going to teach you how to cope with inflation and make the best out of it. But before we pierce right through the gist, I would just like to give you a little disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor, so better take all my advice with a pinch of salt and take only what can be applied to you. I do my very best in telling you the latest financial management information. But if you are experiencing serious problems, that is the time to seek out services by professionals and experts to help you out with what you are facing. Welcome to the Quantum Wealth, where the road to success begins. Before starting with the video, please like and subscribe to the channel and comment below your thoughts for today's video. Now here is how you can adapt to inflation in the year 2022. Let's begin. First things first, inflation simply refers to the increase of prices in a significant period. This includes an increase in the cost of living, an imbalance in economic equilibrium, and a lack of resources. Even the wealthy elite are affected by this predicament. But lucky for them, they are well equipped with the knowledge as to how they can work their way around inflation and still generate huge profits. One of the main reasons for the continuing rise of inflation is that the gradual drop in the working class of each country's economy. How is this relevant? Well, since the number of working class is dropping, this will then eventually lead to an increase in the cost of labor due to the decrease of the worker volume. This will then create a chain effect where it starts with an increase in labor cost to be reflected in the increase in the prices of goods and services, which generally affects consumers from all around the world. And that encompasses inflation. There are other reasons for the cause of inflation, but I'm not going to discuss everything with you one by one about those causes. Instead, I will show you how you can make huge profits out of inflation. Let's start with investing in stocks. Some people believe that investing in stocks is like risking your money into a huge gamble. Now that's true on some levels, but given the right knowledge and information, you can succeed in the stock market. Many of you must have already known about who Warren Buffett is, the greatest investor of all time. Let me share with you his thoughts about investing in stocks. According to the greatest investor, you should keep in mind these three significant conditions if you wish to pursue investing in the stock market. 1. You should always remember to consider the capacity of making money instead of letting it go to waste on useless, non-profitable assets, hence stocks. 2. You should check into which company to invest in. The company must have the bearing to handle massive dollar volume growth to properly manage the flow of its finances. 3. Invest in companies that are well equipped with the resources to combat inflation, or more likely to adapt it. You should aim to invest in businesses that are willing to increase their prices in line with inflation so that your money can gain a huge return. Third on the list is to purchase gold. It may sound ridiculous at first, but when you give it much thought, investing to acquire gold is pretty helpful. Gold is one of the few things that do not succumb to the harsh effects of inflation. Even more so, it has earned the title of being the greatest inflation hedge. An inflation hedge is simply an asset that is not subject to how inflation affects pretty much everything else. In addition, gold does not decrease in value. For example, back in the 1970s, when inflation was just overwhelmingly massive, that heavily affected everyone back in the day, gold withstood the adverse outcomes that inflation has brought. It even rose in value and increased in price, reaching over thousands of dollars in the period of huge inflation. Thus, this is an efficient investment to make. It is important to purchase gold whenever it is affordable. You can catch traders that sell gold for a much lower price, and this is when you strike. Whenever you catch some for sale gold that is up for less, then stop at nothing to acquire it. I assure you, it will do you good in the long run. Now, before we delve deep into the video, be sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And also, leave a comment down below and tell me what skill you need to develop so far. There's still more to this video, so stay tuned as we now head on to strategy number 2. Venture into Bitcoin. Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency is also an effective way to make money amidst the rise of inflation. This is mainly because it is not affected at all. Bitcoin in its essence is already a scarce resource. At this moment, there is only around 20 million Bitcoin in the market. Because of this, Bitcoin is considered to hold so much value since it is not being produced as much as actual money. Since money is printed over and over again, its value continues to lower as an effect of inflation. However, with Bitcoin, you can make a fortune since you can incorporate yourself into the buy and sell market where you can find other traders that seek to purchase Bitcoin for a decent amount of money. To give full disclosure, I advise you to head on to Bitcoin with a pinch of salt. It has not yet proven itself to the intense environment of finance throughout our history. Thus, you should step into this world very carefully and always calculate your every move. Lastly, at number 1, is to invest in real estate. Real estate is also one of the best inflation hedges of all time. Purchasing real estate when the prices are still low will grant you a big fortune. In the future, prices continue to rise, but with your property, you can sell it now at a much larger rate. You also have the option to let other people rent it so that you can generate a passive income stream. By the time prices peak at their highest, everything will all go well and you can say hello to fat sacks of cash easily. Inflation has surely been a force to be reckoned with, most especially in the world of finance. However, you don't need to be a victim of this phenomenon as you can acquire valuable information on how to adapt to inflation and make money out of it. The future is all in your hands. That wraps up today's video for how to adapt to inflation in 2022. We hope you find this video helpful, and if you like today's video, please like and subscribe to the channel. See you at the next one.